sharing of next sessions of our drugstore management and inventory controls. All of you visible to my screen. So up to the yesterday part, this part was over. That is good pharmaceutical procurement practices. Separation of key functions, product quality assurance, annual audit, regular reporting on procurement performance. And एवढं झाले की yesterday's classला electricity gone. So hence onward we have to move with the second session, that is objective of purchasing. Why it is necessary purchasing? For identifying the right source from where the material is procure uniform quality, along with the some uniform quality material you have to collect it or purchase to in our drugstore. Then right quality, before purchasing quality determines some samples you have to acquire for checking the quality of that particular products. And after verifying that, we have to give forwarded the order of respective purchases, whatever that. Then right quantity, how many quantity we have to give the orders. That quantity only you have to get after giving the purchasing order. Along with you have to check the price, their structures, and the availability of items. Right price, that is, does not mean that the lowest price. Right price means whatever the quality product, you have to give the right price to the particular department for the purchasing one. Right times, that is the delivery of the particular purchase order is in the right times. Whatever the delivery items, you have to go for the purchasing. They deliver to your drugstores at right time. So the maintenance of the stock should be avoided. If delivery is late, there is chances of multiple order and dumping of the dose at our drugstore counters. Right place, delivery, and mode of transportations. Whatever the suppliers supply items at premises of the business where the particular drugstore was run. Either deliver the particular materials either through road, rail, or transportation. Any type of transportation they are chosen for the delivery of the purchase. These are the objectives behind the purchasing of the particular products. Then what are the procedures? Purchasing procedures. First is the requisitions, whatever the requirement of items at department level or at drugstores. They give the requisitions, so and so quantity along with so and so quality product should be purchased. Once the requisition come for the purchasing of so and so materials, then go for the selection of the suppliers as per the requirement of a department related to that materials or items. Then after selection of the suppliers, call the quotations and then identify the right price along with right product, right quantity, along with delivery of that particular items or orders of particular items at within times. Then go for the placing of the after selection of the suppliers. Then go with the placing of the orders. Generally, whatever the supply orders given to the particular suppliers, generally they give the 3 to 4 copies of duplicate bills or supply orders, whatever you have to prepare. And they send 2 copies are sent to the suppliers and 1 copy for the acknowledgement whether that consignment of the products was received by the proper purchaser. So that acknowledgement receipt we have to go with the signings and return back to the suppliers. After placing the order, the particular place order came to our premises. Then when we receive the particular material at our end, then receive and check whether as per our order given to the suppliers, that product only decide or anything alteration in that orders that should be checked. If any alterations we have to find, then rejection policy is also ready, whatever the alteration altered by the suppliers. Checking of invoice or bills, whether it is correct or not, recording of books, bills in the books, and that bills copy are sent to the account section for the releasing of the payment to the suppliers. These are the procedure. First, requisitions, then selection of suppliers, placing order. Once placed order came to our premises, receive that materials, check it, whether it is okay, then the particular bills are recorded and sent for the releasing of payment to the account sections. This is the method. Who should purchase drugs and pharmaceuticals? Generally, in the large hospitals or institutions, purchase should be centralized and can be done by the purchase officer. They are appointed by the large hospitals. They only take the purchase whole day, how many requirements of medicaments required for the medical stores or hospital pharmacy. These are the roles of purchase officer in the larger hospital or larger institutes. Whereas in smaller hospitals or smaller institutes, the purchasing was trained by the under the supervision of pharmacists, trained pharmacists. They give the purchasing order to the suppliers and whatever the supplied materials they are checked and receive give the signatures to the acknowledgement signature to the suppliers. Then here the role of purchase officer in the drug procurement. The first role is issuing the purchase order, whatever the orders as per the requisitions, that order issue from the purchase officer, maintaining the purchase records, follow up the orders whether it is within time or delayed, then framing and executing the competitive bidding procedures and obtaining the quotations from the specified sources. Then maintaining the list of names, address, and telephone numbers of the drug manufacturers, wholesaler, and local representative. Then preparing the detailed specification of the drug, chemical, as well as on the basis of biologicals. Then preparing the receipt memo if the drugs received directly by the pharmacy stores, and preparing the return goods memo whenever it is applicable. Whatever the wrongly supplied goods, they are returns. That type of return goods memo should be prepared by the purchase officers. These are the duties of the pharmacist, act as a purchase officers. Generally, pharmaceuticals for hospitals use may be purchased in the one of the following ways. These are the ways where particular hospitals undergo purchase either by direct purchase from the manufacturer or wholesalers, or they inviting the tenders from the manufacturers for so and so medicament required in the large quantity. Emergency purchases, generally they go with the local drugstores or local retailers. Contact person arrangement with the manufacturer. Contact purchase to the hospital purchase department or central purchase organizations. These are the main way where the purchasing of the pharmaceuticals in the hospital was carried out. Direct purchasing to the manufacturing, sometimes inviting the tender, so and so medicament required in the large quantity, those are quoted less amounts to the particular medicaments. We will give the order to that particular invited tenders. Once again, objective of the purchasing: right source, right quality, right quantity, right price, right time, and right place. These are the objectives. Double झालं ठीक आहे. Now tenders. Tenders are the written offers or quotations to do work on a materials to give one price within the prescribed period of the tender, inviting companies under specified conditions. There are different types of tenders: open tenders, limited tenders, 4 to 5, single tenders, only one tenders you have to use oral communications, and some global tenders, globally called the tenders or quotations for the purchasing of particular medicaments in the generally in the major hospitals where the large quantity is required. This type of tendering was carried out. What is difference between open and limited tenders? Open tenders, these tenders are called as through advertisement, open to all. These tenders are publicly opens. Whenever they go go for the advertisement, these tenders are open to all common publics. Here in open tenders, when the source of the supply are many and the total volume of the items to be purchased in the large, in that conditions, generally open tenders are preferred. In that tenders, you have to give the statement receiving from the various suppliers, and you have to prepare that statements. And finally, order place to the supplier from which has quoted the lowest rate quoted in their tenders. Whereas in limited tenders, only for value of the tender, limited one, these suppliers should be selected, should be approved by the concerned authorities. The advantage related with this limited tenders, supplier are well communicate, submit realistic quotations because they are regular suppliers, and there is a less chance of the error in that particular limited tenders. Whereas in opens, there are the open tenders, anyone can go for the quotations after calling through the advertisements. Again, other part of the tenders, that is single tenders, when the order is to be repeated within a short times, then go with the single tenders. Within short times, the particular order are repeated, then go only for with the single tenders. Oral tenders, when the goods are urgently required, then and only then go for the oral tenders. Otherwise, no need to go for the oral tenders. They either go with the single tender or limited tenders. And last one is global tenders. These are the tenders are invited from the all part of the world. When you go for the global organizations, this type of tenders are generally called from the globals, from the worlds. Here next sessions in these slides is a contract or purchase or supply orders. Sometimes you have to go for the agreements between supplier and buyers called as contracts. That contracts are mutual agreements. So and so quantities are continuously you have to supply to our drugstores. That type of agreements was carried out in between supplier and buyers. The contract is mostly printed types generally. Example सांगायचं म्हणलं तर, for example, after passing B Farm, You have to go for the any job. They give the 3 years, 4 years contract with you. So and so period you have to held with the services for next 4 5 years. Whatever the contract, they are generally printed forms between you and your काय म्हणता येईल त्याला you and your organizations. In generally, the contacts must be typed ones and following characters or particulars are required or mentioned to be mentioned in the contracts. That is the supplier names along with their address, order numbers and date, whatever the orders given to the suppliers or contractors. Detailed specification of the items and quantity orders, minimum so and so quantity you have to purchasing, and rate and amounts related to that materials, mode of transportations along with date of deliveries. If you have to place the order within 3 days, 4 days, we have to supply the particular material. So you have to prepare your orders according to requirements. Then which type of mode of payment regarding the delivered items and signature, finally signature of the suppliers as well as buyers. Means all the activities which are printed in the contract, they are happily accepted by both supplier and buyers. The next is storage one. What are the medicaments are enter in our drugstores? They go for as per the storage requirement of particular medicaments. Storage and management of the stores. First is storage. The term itself indicates that storage means particular drugs keeping a product in a safe and good conditions. That is called as storage. The referring conditions for keeping a product in good and well conditions, safe conditions. Generally, storage is a physical process where the storing or housing the materials in the specified areas. According to the storage conditions, you have to place the particular medicaments into the particular storage conditions. For the storage one, the knowledge is necessary where, how, and where they are to be stored. Store is a place where the physical storage of material is made, which are carried out in the place in scientific and systemic manner in order to save them from all kinds of damage and losses and exercising overall the control on their movements. The act of organizing and managing a store is known as storekeepings. Whatever the materials enter into the drugstores, that should be kept by, by the organizing member or managing members in the stores. Next point, it is related to the storekeepings or warehousings, their importance. Why it is necessary storekeepings? Deterioration of the particular substances, careless handling leading to reduce the profits, even losses for an organizations, material proliferations, that type of losses were to avoid by proper storage or storekeeping well manners. It is more serious and important case related to drug and pharmaceuticals where Improper storage practices lead to damage of the medications. So that damaged medications or medicaments are harmful to human beings or harmful to the use for the human beings, and which is harmful to the human livers also, because all the detoxifications of the medications was carried out in human livers. So due to the improper storage, this type of harmful conditions was acquired. So important is study of that particular keeping of the dosage at right place at right conditions. Storage conditions should be important one for the pharmacist. Next, go with the types of stores. There are three types of store. That is central store with sub stores, and individual stores are called as nothing but decentralized stores. Central stores means whatever the buying and handling of drugs was carried out in single place, centralized place. Central store along with sub stores buying the particular medicaments through central store but handled by sub stores. Individual or decentralized process means buying and handling of drug undertaken by buyer and storekeeper of each departments where the particular order was given from particular departments. Next is organization of drugstores. In the organization of drugstores, following point to be considered, that is location and layouts, design of store buildings, and management of the stores. Location and layout already we have to study. The location is good moment for the materials, good housekeepings, layout and locations, sufficient space for main and material handlings, optimum use of the storage space like floor, racks, cells, etc. The volume and variety of the goods should be handled carefully, and most important, accessibility to mode of transportations. Design of storage buildings. Buildings should be in drugstores. There are some conditions. Design of the drugstores or store buildings. The building is adequate facility for the preservation of the drug. Should have cold storage conditions along with the where conditions should be available. The particular building is well ventilated and neatly arranged. Floor must be strong and withstand the pressure of frequent movement of the materials. Then go with the lightenings. Adequate and clear lighting in the drugstore is essentials. Minimum window and proper generator facility should be available with the drugstores. Second is safety ones. The way of store must be kept clean and free from obstruction with the other materials. Provision of firefighting facilities is necessary, like fire extinguishers should be available with the drugstores along with the fire systems, fire controlling systems. Entry of unauthorized staffs and person should be strictly prohibited in the drugstores, and some drugs should be kept in the key and lock conditions whenever necessary. Preparation of drugstore at a health facilities, in that the expensive and sensitive drugs should be kept at their respective storage conditions. If they affected the change in the temperatures, then that type of condition should be avoided for the storage. Change in the temperature. For example, cold to warm condition, room temperature, that is change in the temperature. Due to that, there is a deterioration of the particular medicament may be happening. Then locations is important one, must be accessible. All you need to be served and provision for the parking of the customers, vehicle parkings. Then sometimes shading. Locate the store in an area where the trees can be planted and to provide the shades, offset high temperatures. Drainage systems, whatever the rainwater harvesting should be drained away from the stores. Security, CCTV surveillance, cameras should be properly fencing on the walls, double locking to the particular rooms where the costly materials are placed or kept. To control the conducting fire drills every 6 months, whether it is working or not. In emergency exits should be clearly marked as a emergency exits for accessibility and any blockage. Display of fire protection signs at appropriate place. Use of sand to extinguish fires where there are no fire extinguishers. Means any drugstore does not have any fire extinguishers. So that conditions you have to ready with the sand to avoid the further damage of by fire. Protection against the pest inside the storage facility. Regular cleaning to prevent the condition of that favor the pets. Pests. Do not store or leave foods in the storage facility. Keeping the interior as dark as possible. Paint with varnished woods and regular inspection for evidence of the pests. Outside the storage facilities, they regularly inspect and clean outside premises, especially area where the garbage is stored. Check for rodent holes at drugstores. So regularly you have to check the rodent holes in our drugstores using mercury vapor lighting where it is possible and locate lighting away from the building to minimize the attraction of the pest. Next, which these are the following parameters should be considered for the designing of medical stores: the capacity or space of the particular drugstores, which is minimum requirement for the handling of the drugs along with the storage of the drugs. The required space is minimum required space is required for the running of smooth pharmacy. Cold storage conditions. The refrigerator should be minus up to minus 20 degrees centigrade. That type of freezers should be available with drugstores. Proper ventilations, the whatever the locations with the proper ventilations, maximum air circulation, and avoid the concentration of the fumes or gases inside the drugstores. Roofs, generally, the drugstores having the proper drainage of the water should be there from the both roofs and floors. Roof should be extended over the windows to give extra protection from rain and direct sunlight. Double ceiling should be installed to provide insulations and ensure that supplies are kept cool. Walls and floors. Permanent and smooth walls and floors are available with the drugstore, which is required for easy cleanings. Generally, the walls are prepared by the bricks or concentrate blocks, whereas floors withstand the frequent movement, heavy products should be available. That type of floor should be chosen. Doors wide enough, whatever the doors you have to keep for the drugstore should be wide ones. So enough space required for entry of the goods or supplied materials from the suppliers to our drugstore or drug pharmacy. Then lightning provisions in the medical stores should be proper ones. Cupboards, the specific product free from dust or light cupboard should be required. Shelves, some shelves not less than 90 centimeter wide should be used. These are the storage conditions, different storage condition and their temperatures. Cold place not exceeding more than 8 degrees centigrade. Cool place to 8 to 25 degrees centigrade. Freezer in between -20 to -10 degrees centigrade. Room temperature, temperature being in the working area. Warm temperature 30 to 40 and excessive heat above 40. These are the some notations or labels are preferred by the Indian pharmaceutical manufacturers along with their storage conditions. These are the labels which are used in the medicaments. That is, keep in cool, dry place, keep in a cool, dark place, keep in a cool place, do not freeze. Like that, labels are mentioned in the product leaflets. Next point related with the type of which type of material stocked and storage conditions. Only approved medications are usually stocked or stored. In that, formulations, example capsule, tablet, injection, and liquid dosage form should be kept in the room temperatures. Narcotic, psychotic substances are stored under the lock and key conditions. Vaccines and other thermoliable drugs should be kept in the freezers. Biological preparation also kept in the freezers. Storage condition. As per the storage conditions, particular medications are should be stored along with their proper conditions. Then go with the arrangement of storerooms. In large hospitals, the arrangement of stores are divided into following areas. Alcohol and other spirituous products we have to keep in our sites separately. Strong rooms or steel cabinet with lock and key for the psychotropic and narcotic drugs. Biological products should be cold store at cold storage items, tableted capsules. In large hospital, these are the sections. Section wise, the particular medications are should be stores. The management next is management of the drugstores. First is manpower to manage the drugstores. That manpower is required. Generally, which type of manpower? Qualified staff should be available with the drugstores. Qualified staff must be appointed by the adequate numbers. Sufficient number of clerical staff also available with the drugs. Second is orderly agreements. Drugs should be arranged in cells according to the manufacturing orders, according to pharmacology actions, or generally nowadays they are used in the alphabetical order. Store the drugstore as per the prescribed condition of their storage should be stored. Codifications of various items of the drugstores. There are various codification methods for processing in the form of codes. That codification is necessary for the easy identification of the pharmaceutical materials. And this codification is essential one for good systemic manner for the keeping of the particular medications. Along with when we go with the searching, that particular medicament easily search physically. So these are the some methods, alphabetical methods. Name itself indicate that the particular medications are arranged in the alphabetical order, A, B, C, D, like that. Me- numeric mnemonic methods, then numerical methods, that is decimal or block method. Decimal means 500 mg, 0.5 u, like that. The ranges of the particular medications, according that they are kept or stored. Block methods, particular ointment, liquid, solids, like that they are may prepare the blocks and give the numbers. And sometimes combinations methods should be available. These are the codification of various items. Alphabetical, already say 26 alphabet available in alphabet orders. So codifications should be given in the form of alphabet. Numeric methods, that is, for example, here give the examples. AT, that is aspirin tablet. ATP, that is aspirin tablet with paracetamol. A stands for aspirin, T stands for tablet, and here P stands for paracetamol. Similarly, A stands for aspirin, T stands for tablets. That type of codification. But majorly, the codification method is numerical ones, alphabetical ones. Numerical on the basis of decimals as well as blocks. You have to assign the numerical methods and some
मोठा आहे. मोठा आहे
combination
मोठं.
methods.
ते 176 वालं. हॅलो. बरं बरं. हा हा. रक्त गेलं कुठे 14,15,500 कमी जास्त कमी जास्त. हो आहे मोठं लहान.